consideration. I submitted testimony to the Congress in 2005 and 2006 on the experiences in my home state, Louisiana, where I served in the legislature when we reapportioned. I served as mayor of New Orleans, and on numerous occasions in the period of time from 1965 to the present, Louisiana has engaged in unfortunate and regrettable discriminatory voting practices that emanated from its legislature. I think there is a record. It is true that many of the schemes, many of the types of things that we see today may not match what you saw in 1965. But I do think that the court was wrong in striking down Section 4. And I think that, as Chairman Bond said, you're going to see a mobilization from people who will say this is a democracy issue, and we don't want Congress to fiddle and faddle. We want Congress to act now.
But, Chairman, if it is a democracy issue, as Mark is pointing out, is the Supreme Court really putting the onus on the American people, reminding them what democracy is all about, and we're going to have to own it individually? Basically, fast forwarding from 1965, where obviously the Voting Rights Act was needed, but to a present day where we are living in 2013, we have to fast forward somehow, correct?
We've got a good opportunity coming up on August the 24th with the reenactment of the 1963 March on Washington, where Dr. King made his great speech. That's an opportunity for people who believe in justice and believe in fairness and who believe the Voting Rights Act ought to be reinstated to gather here in Washington, D.C. and to have their voices heard. That's part of what ought to happen around the country, with Americans, black, white, of all races and colors and creeds, say we are Americans, we want the right to vote protected, we want the Congress to do it, and we want them to do it right now.
All right, gentlemen, thanks so much. Chairman Emeritus of the NAACP, Julian Bond, Mark Morial, Kevin Noble-Millard. Great to have you all here. I really appreciate it. Still ahead, developing news for you on the global manhunt for Edward Snowden. It's raising tensions on 3 continents, bringing the latest comments now coming in from Russian officials and Vladimir Putin, raising new questions about where in the world the NS leaker has fled to. Plus, we have this.
We will respond to the threat of climate change, knowing that the failure to do so would betray our children and future generations.
That was President Obama during his second inaugural address. Now he's delivering a major address today. But will he have to bypass Congress to get anything accomplished? We're back with much more.